And finished. There we go, look at the fantastic sandcastle. The only thing about it is it would appear to be a bit of a lie, because with a sandcastle you can't do this. Somebody's been using glue. The intros just get weirder and weirder. Hello everybody and welcome back to Survival Challenge. I'm just continuing to do a bit of wrapping here. It's a big job, it's taking a while, but we'll get there in the end. And the good thing is these bales are worth a lot of money. Silage is just worth so much, and it's worth spending the time to get them wrapped, because if I was just to leave them as they are, they're worth something, but it's just silly to not make that extra amount of money. Anyway, in the previous episode, as you'll probably know, I harvested that field there. That was the sunflower field. I do want to fast track the sugar beet if I can do, because yeah, it's going to be interesting. So I think if we can aim to harvest sugar beet tomorrow, that would be great. But it's only just germinated, so it is a bit of a job to get it to that stage. We need to make sure it's as fertilised as possible. I think it is. I think I did apply everything, but I will check. Yeah, so you can see we also have corn. Yes, it's as good as it can be. So the best thing to do really is just to pass the time by doing constructive things like wrapping the bales. I think the best thing to do is going to be to wrap all of these, put them into the processor, that way at midnight we'll get paid, and then we'll rest. And then it'll be a new day, we'll be able to see exactly how far the sugar beet has come, and from there we'll be able to decide what the best thing to do next is. Maybe a bit of corn harvesting, maybe straight into the sugar beet, I really don't know. But of course we also have the other things that need to be done, like giving the sheep food and water, the same with the pigs, and also looking after the greenhouse. So yeah, I actually don't know how this video is going to pan out, but yeah, we'll find out very soon. Well, I think we just have the one left. We'll get this done, and then I'm going to get the auto stacker, get them all taken over to the BGA, get them processed. There should be time. I don't think there's going to be any kind of issue with not getting it all processed before midnight. In fact, I'll take this one over there. There's no point keeping an extra one in the field, since this is going to be going back to the yard anyway. But I think probably by the morning, the sugar beet crop will be maybe one stage off ready to harvest, so it's going to be good. I don't think we're going to have to wait too much longer. Definitely in the next episode we'll be able to harvest. And as mentioned in the previous episode, I haven't fully decided exactly which harvester I'm going to buy, but I think it is going to be the one which I showed you. I did notice on ModHub there was a very small harvester, which is very nice. That is fantastic for something like the Vintage Survival Series. But for this series, because we have moved on a bit, that would be considered fairly small. So I don't think it would be suitable for what we have going here. But yeah, without a doubt, we will use it. Okay, so I actually forgot that I had this here. The trailer, which was brought to the sell point at the end of the previous episode. So we'll get that taken back, and then we'll use the Fiat to pick up all the bales. I do also need to put a bale fork or a pallet fork on the front, so that we can pick up the lowest bales and put them into the processor. Not looking too bad here. The greenhouse is still going, we have water, we have manure, so that should be fine until the next episode. I might top it up later, it just depends what we have to do. So yeah, I actually have the Marston trailer back over there holding manure. I think that trailer is probably going to be kept as the manure trailer. No offence to the trailer, it's just it's something. One of the trailers has to do it. We need to have a manure trailer to tip straight into the storage area. So we'll keep the Massey Ferguson as our grain trailer and sugar beet trailer. And we should have the auto stacker somewhere nearby. Where did I put it? There it is. As for the front loader, pallet fork, I don't know. I know I do have one on the Massey Ferguson, so we might just have to swap it over. Anyway, first things first, let's get all these cleared. Ah yes, the log in the chipper. Still there, busy glitching away. And I seem to have missed a bale. That was inevitable. Anyway, yeah, this field is growing so quickly. It'll be time to mow it again soon. As I said though, we're not just going to keep mowing it. My main focus is going to be on the other fields. This is just going to be here for feeding to the animals and also for making money when we need to make a bit of extra money. Like if we're really struggling. I think it's unlikely, but I do have quite a few expenses coming up. Beet harvesters, potentially a new combine harvester as well. They don't come cheap. Right, and yeah, we could actually upgrade this to the 12 bale auto stacker. Not today, but probably in the near future. It would be a good idea. Or we could try and buy an Anderson one, but they're very expensive. Maybe a used one. So there's probably enough there for 2 more loads. 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, with just a bit more than another load. So I will get the other bale wrapped. We'll get this done nice and quickly. And once they're all in the processor, we shall rest. See how much we've made at midnight. I'll probably just have to make a bit of a wall here. We'll push them into the processor with the front loader. There we go, that's fine. So whilst it's doing that, I'll attempt to push these into here. Red shouldn't be too tricky. Oh, of course I need to change to the front loader. There we go. Wasn't doing anything. So that stack was about 25,000 litres. Processing quickly, we're at ×5. So yeah, no issues with processing it in time. I never noticed before, but that tent which I used in a previous introduction seems to be all lit up at night. I will go and take a look once I've pushed these into the processor. But yeah, it's all looking good. Getting very dark now. Right, 1 bale left. And we are done. That is going to be a substantial amount of money. I really look forward to seeing what we get. We shall find out in just a minute, but first let's just see what is going on over here. It's my holiday tent. Okay, I don't think you can actually see into the tent. Still, interesting. Right, let us rest. We have £48 roughly. Sorry, £48,000. We now have £95,000. So that brought in 43,200. Not bad. Right, I will see you in the morning. Ah, look at that. £100,000. That must be the most money we've ever had at one time. And not forgetting, we now have digestate. Oh, look at that. I think we have leakage. Oh, another leakage. Ugh. Right, okay, so digestate is going to be great for the field. We'll put it on the field over there, what used to be the sunflower field. But first, we have the important job of inspecting the sugar beet field. It might be ready to harvest, I really don't know. First time I've walked through these trees. Well, it's looking good. I don't know if it's quite there. It does look good. Yeah, I don't think it is quite there, but we'll check. The corn is ready, and that is almost ready. So it's on the final growth stage before ready to harvest. So we might as well harvest the corn, because then I can get this field, and this section of the field all replanted at the same time. Although it looks like the strip of corn just here isn't ready yet, but that's not the end of the world. So yeah, this is tomorrow's job. That is today's job. I really do look forward to doing the sugar beet, and I don't know how long it's going to take, but I might be persuaded into getting a bigger trailer as well. It might be useful. Yeah, that corn looks great. It's a bit of a mixture, because this piece here isn't ready, but this piece here is. Makes it look really good when you have both together. Right, enough of talking to some corn. Let's jump into the combine and we'll get started. So I do have some sunflowers in the tank. I think the best thing to do with them... Oh, look. My lemons have died. Well, that'll be a job for tomorrow. Yeah, best thing to do with this is to unload it straight into the hopper over here if we can do. I think I've done it before. It would make sense to work. It's just a case of switching the auger on. Ah, nice. Right. So this doesn't really need to be serviced, but I might just service it anyway, just to make it as good as possible, as it is quite slow. £81, so that's not too bad. And £26. We're going to need the Massey Ferguson trailer over at the field. But yeah, it would be good to upgrade the combine. I think it's been good for what we've needed it for, but currently we are needing something a bit bigger. It's more the time that things take. I don't want to spend forever on each field. Having said that, when I found that speed gear in the previous episode, that really did move things along. I'll just have to keep doing that. Actually, the funny thing is this size combine is fine. It's just the header. And there is a bigger header, but it didn't seem to work with this machine. Maybe I can upgrade the spec. Oh yeah, and we have the straw here. Mustn't forget to sell that. We could do it at the same time as this field. So in case you're wondering, this is going to be given straight to the pigs. But I'm hoping we'll have some to sell. I'm hoping to get some in the trailer. That's like a bit of early morning harvesting. It's not a big area. It's just going to be really useful. Boost the capacity of the food trough for the pigs, because I think the pigs really are worth doing. It's just we've never been able to do them for long enough to see the advantage. I can imagine we could make quite a bit, but this is going to be the test. We will find out in this series. 12% full. so it's not filling up super fast. But we will continue, and I will see you when we are full. Well, that's pretty good. We're already full. Very happy about that. It seems to be yielding well. I did initially not have the swather going. It was on chop mode automatically because we did the sunflowers, and you can only chop the sunflowers. And it seemed to stick with the settings, so yeah, just a very small proportion of the field has not been swathed, but it's fine because it is just a tiny amount. Anyway, yep, this is all going to be accepted by the trough over here. No doubt about it. I think this trough would more than happily take a huge field's worth of corn. And yeah, we have a lot of pigs. How many did I buy? I can't even remember. We have so many. Whilst I'm here, I will clean the feed area. No, not in the water trough. Yeah. I think it still puts it into the right place, even if it looks like it's going to the water trough. Oof, that pig was lucky. Almost got hit from behind with a broom. So there we go, we've got some lovely corn. You can see it's very slowly filling up. And we will see how much they actually have. That's pretty good. But yeah, they'll take the whole field, no problem at all. I might as well give them the whole field. Excuse me. Right, so let's finish off. And then I think it'd be a good idea to check up on the canola bales which I've put into the shed, because the price might be good. If it's good, they're going to the sell point. This is the final piece, and we are 75% full. This area of the field has certainly performed extremely well. Well, the whole field will do, because it's been fertilised so well. But I just need to make the most of the digestate. Putting it onto the field is a really good idea. Plus, I can put the slurry into the anaerobic digester. I'm guessing I get paid for it. So we shouldn't put the slurry onto the fields, we should always put the digestate onto the fields. Okay, so yeah, there is a piece just over there which I know is going to annoy somebody. So don't worry, I will go and get it. We will have to come back for the piece over there, that very small piece, which isn't ready yet. But yeah, it's another 7,969 litres into the feed trough. Interesting way of delivering feed. So while we're waiting, let's take a look at the price for canola straw. Ah, what? It's going down again. Well, that canola straw seems to be problematic. One day it will go up. It didn't spend much time at a good price. In fact, it never really was a good price. So, yep, the waiting continues. The price for corn stalks is just sort of average. So again, no point picking that up just yet. I might use a loading wagon instead of bales. I'm going to go and put this back in the farmyard. But the big thing really is the sugar beet. And although it's not worth too much per 1,000 litres, we should get loads out of it. Yeah, you can tell it's not quite ready because you can't see the big bulbous root. I have beet under my feet. Yay! I look forward to it, I really do. It's been so long since I've done sugar beet harvesting. For the simple reason of it just not really being worth it overall. But I think for this series it really is worth it. Especially as we now have over £100,000. And the random tree that appeared here, I shall sell. We'll get it thrown into the chipper. That's the combine put away for today. I suppose as we are here, I could just sort out the greenhouse. Very simple to pick up that trailer and just tip the rest of it into the trough. But it seems to be the water that it's run out of. We do have the water bowser nearby. It's somewhere. Oh, it has run out of manure. It must consume the manure and the water at a very similar rate. I would hope that 8,500 litres is enough, but yeah, I'm not too sure. Yeah, it should be. I think the capacity is something like 4,000. Nice. And yeah, the water bowser is probably, if it's not here, in the sheep field. And it could also be hiding behind the anaerobic digester. And it doesn't want to attach to the weight. Fair enough. Empty. So we'll get the pump going. We will fill it up from the lake here. And we'll put as much into there as needed. I think it's about a third of this. It's a nice big tank. $10,000 litres. So between this episode and the next one, I'm going to look really hard at the different options and try and find the best one to go for the sugar beet, for the sugar beet harvesters. And I think it is going to be the one which was initially suggested. It just seems good, it's self-propelled, just providing it all works, which I'm sure it will do. Otherwise, I will likely go with the trailed base game one. I will also be doing some more yard extensions. I'm thinking a sawmill, because I really want to grow another big forest. Anyway, that tree, just up here. There we go. We'll process the whole thing, just throw it in with all of the branches on. I still don't know actually if you get more money with the branches or if you're losing money by trimming them off. I would be surprised if you get less, but there's always a possibility. It's actually a really big tree. Weird. In it goes. It'll probably be about £800 worth. Or 12. Keep going. Hopefully it takes the whole thing in one go, with the exception of the 12. Okay, and the 140. And the 82. Okay, this is going well. Go off to the side. 21. Ah, it just keeps stopping. No. Somersaulting. On the roof. Okay, this should do it. It was a decent amount of money anyway. A few £100. So I think we are going to leave it there for today. As I said, the next episode is going to be much busier with the sugar beet harvesting. And I'm pleased that I've done the greenhouse today. I don't think we'd have had time. But yeah, it's going to be a big one. Hopefully get a new trailer, new harvester, and go from there. So, thanks for watching, and see you again soon. Bye for now.